What's the deal, everybody? How's everyone doing? How are we this lovely morning? New all-time highs, we think. Me thinks. Alright, well, we have news here in about 15 minutes. We have unemployment claims. And then we have an orange and a yellow folder. And that's all we have left. We just have some orange and yellow folders the rest of the day. But 8:30, they're expecting the same numbers, no change. So they're expecting for price action, or we should be expecting for price action to be taken over here. Let's get rid of this for now. Let's mark up some ranges where we are, right? The daily's closed massively bearish yesterday, and then we spent the entire London session driving up here. Asian and London, huh? Very interesting. Headed towards all-time highs, but will we break them? I don't know. Do have a range right here, and on the 5-minute next to the all-time highs. Here. I hear a cat. Hold on, chat. Thought the neighbor's cat was outside my door again. Yeah, I'm not too convinced that we're gonna break all-time highs, or we're gonna break yesterday's highs. Yesterday's new all-time highs. I'm not convinced, but we will see. A clean range here. We might have. This is going to be interesting how the 4-hour closes here in about 40 minutes. Because after that, right, on the 4-hour close, we have no news. We just have some volume coming in at NYSE open. So we might have positions for the 4-hour to ride up, but a lot will depend on how it closes here in 40 minutes. As far as the news goes, chat, right? In about 10 minutes, this 30-minute candle will close, the current one. And right now, it's a doji candle, right? Very indecisive. The next 30 will try to break out of this little range. So once this 30 closes here in 10 minutes, we will drop down from this 5 to the 1. And for the first 5 minutes after the news, we will stick to the 1-minute time frame. Okay? We will see the market either push up, right? Leave a top wick, right? And then it'll do something like this. It'll pull up here, pull back, and then re-break the highs, or the very next candle will re-break the highs of that push, and we will look for the buys on a re-break of the high of that push. Even if it pulls back, And right, even if we get something like this, right, and it pulls back here and then breaks its own high immediately in that candle, as long as it pulls back to that previous range, we will take the rebreak of the highs. The same thing we will do for the sells if that's what ends up happening. If market decides to just all of a sudden in 10 minutes to plummet, right, and we see this happening, right, it pulls down, pulls back up, starts moving. Once it pulls back here to the previous range, you can say, all right, I'm taking the rebreak out of lows. As soon as we rebreak the lows, that's your position over here. Even if it's the next 1 minute candle does that, that's your entry. If for the first in the first 5 minutes the 1 minute candles don't rebreak their own highs or lows after the initial push and they kind of stick around right in these ranges, you will look for the 5 minute to close, however it closes, and you will look for a flip entry, right? So if it closes like this, we will look for a 5 minute flip right here, okay, at that area. And the same thing will go for a bullish push. If we end up continuing up here as the market's pushing up, right, and we do something like this, then we will look, say even if we close at a support or resistance, we will most likely look for the flip of the candle. As long as the previous candle, the news push, leaves us some range to play. But for now, we wait for the news. How did this candle current 15 form? Oh, it came down. It came up first and then came down. Now it rebroke that high. Okay. So 7 minutes here. And after that, we'll most likely trade the 4 hour and the NYC Open. Some getting in here, some getting in here. So yeah, just be patient, wait, try not to get stuck in positions pre-news before news hits, because you could be in position one way and the fundamentals can be completely opposite. Also, don't just trade because the news came out one way. Wait for it to be reflected in the charts. Alright, gang? Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Let's see what's on Sports Center. Sports Center. Commercial. All right, we got 5 minutes to go here. Give me 1 second, chat. Yeah. I gotta get ready. You know the deal. Somebody in the Zoom name, someone's name in the Zoom starts with DEA. Come on, bruh. I have to do a KYC on you. Two minutes here, chat. What up, Edson? Damn. Hold on. I see some of the TTE crew in here. What's going on? What goes on? "90 seconds on news. You guys understand the news strat? You know what to look for. Now wait for it to give you an answer." Is he not streaming? Little trip away. Welcome to the dark side. Good point. That's right. Let's pull them up. 30 seconds here. Let's lock in. They're expecting even numbers, right? So I wouldn't expect a massive push, but we get different numbers. Even though these are yellow and orange folders, we might get a small little whipsaw. Okay, so the news hit. Let's drop to the 1. Bearish push. That's a pullback. I typically would have a sell stop on the break of the lows here. My spread's at 9. I can't put any stop anywhere. Okay, it's no, I gotta wait for my spread to drop a little. Okay, there we go. It's dropping. All right, sell stop on the break of this current candle low. Okay, now that the spread's come down, I have a sell stop on the break of the low here, which would be that's a tough area. That's a tough area because I'm looking across the board right here. So that's why we're seeing the initial rejection. But I think if we break this current low, we have, yeah, sorry, sell stop right here on the break of that low. But if we break that current low, we have 84.2 till 85, about 15-20 pips of an advantage point, 15 pips. Yep, 15 on that. So sell stop here on the break of this previous 1 minute low. Close to getting activated. Is it the same level? 85.7, 85.8. Yeah, basically the same level. So the idea is to re-break the news push, right? The re-break of the news push, and the news push was down here. The re-break of the news push will typically drive, but okay, we are activated here. We just re-broke the low. I'm looking to retest the bottom of the range. I would look to retest this area here, 25.84. Lock in because you have 2 minutes for the 5 minute to close, right? We have 90 seconds for the 5 minute to close, and if we don't re-break the low, we'll have more entries on the 5 minute. Okay, we are activated. Let me just put that down here. I'm gonna take another sell right here. Just took another sell as we've tapped the previous range, previous smaller time frame range. So let's look at here. Right, is this actually, you had a flip there on the 1 minute. Right here. Pay attention here. All right, closing all positions here. I closed the first position at break even. the one that we took first, it closed with no bottom wick, and then the second, the pineapple, we just closed at 17 pips. All right. Congratulations, everybody. Another W. So this might push, but we just played the flip. The first position was a break-even close. The second position was the 17 pips, the difference in between the two positions. Okay. So there's your news trade. I closed because we closed with no bottom wick right as we got to that area. So that was a 5-minute closure, I think, too. Yeah, that was a 5-minute closure. The 1-minute close, no wick. The 5-minute closed with a wick, but right at this area to the left, right? You have a little head and shoulders area. So I thought to myself, all right, there's a chance this candle can make a bottom wick and drive back up, right? But we played our range, we played our advantage point. If you're holding, look, it's still working out. Right? The rebreak of the news push, unbeatable. Unbeatable. As I said, just you can open up yourself with just a news account and trade the news account. Oh, that didn't close as nice as I thought it did. Yeah. My spread right now is between 5 and 10. It's at 6. So, damn, that's crazy. I made 8 pips on that. That's some high ass spread. It's news, right? So I expect the spread to be high, but it's like jumping up and down. Sells 8 pips. W. But congrats to everybody else, though. OMG, I passed my challenge. Congrats. Good shit. And to think, I was about to call it a session here until I realized that was only 8 pips. Let's see what happens. I mean, there's a lot more opportunity here for the market to move. We need to be patient. Chat, drop a like if you got some of that trade with us, right? If you took it based on our strategy, drop a like. If you got some money on there, drop a like. Sub to the channel. Been pretty fucking unstoppable with news. Yeah, that was win number 218. That's a lousy win too. Oh, it rebroke again. What a great position that is. Yes, this is to be expected. Like I said, I highly doubt we're looking at new all-time highs today. Or maybe we are. All right, so the market's creating a low, right? It's going to find a support. You want to retest that low while bouncing off a resistance, and that's what we will look for. We will look to retest that low as we bounce off a resistance. What time frame it's going to happen on, we don't know. All right, we got a 15 closing here. I want to see if we get top of entries either on the 15 or on the 4 hour, right? Because the last 15 of the 4 hour. So I'm looking at resistances. I'm looking at levels we've driven down from before. All right, level here, level here. Level there. It's the 4 hour. So off the rip, we see us closing below the range. We filled already with this wick. We filled the next range, right? We filled it all the way down. All right, we created another support. And if we know that this is the previous resistance area, right here, can we wait for a wick or for price to get into that area so we can have some sells expecting the retest of these lows? Shit, it might push lower, but we want this to leave some range, so I'd expect it to pull back up. If it doesn't pull back up and just continues down, I don't know how far down it's going. Is it going 5 more pips or is it going 50 more pips? It'll be kind of arbitrary because we're just driving mid candle, no pullback. Let me in Zoom, please. Oh, I see you. How long did it take you to realize that the rebreak of the news is a good trade? It is a lot. It's a lot more than that. A lot more goes into it. than just like, oh, the rebreak at a low or the rebreak at a high is a good trade here on the news. You just gotta. It's really experience, really just experience. It's about seeing it a lot of times and then putting 2 and 2 together, right? Logic, you having clean range, having fundamentals come out and you know in the direction of price action. Understanding that volume should do its job to not trickle the price up or down, but to drive it directly to the next range. So I don't know. It's a combination of many things, and then slowly taking it, slowly taking the position, slowly building that position. But there were a lot of concepts that were built before that that led me to understanding how to approach news. Why are you not selling? This is easy money. Well, you sell. I did sell. I made 8 pips. W. Why were you not scared that the 30-minute candle could flip because the 30-minute has no top wick? You don't need a top wick. You need a top wick as a liquidity grab, right? So when you don't have volume or you don't have a catalyst for volume, you want price to be grabbed, right? Certain prices to be grabbed before driving. But you have you had a massive catalyst for drive. You have unemployment claims, right? You don't need to come back up there and grab a top wick. You're gonna drive with the catalyst. Now, if we didn't have news, yeah, I would expect the top wick to be grabbed. Why we don't sell? No top wick, bottom wick. I'm not selling because there's no drive. It's not driving off anything. It's just pushing off news, and I don't know how strong that push will be. I don't know if this is the bottom of the candle to pull back. At some point, this will pull back. And when it does, I'll be ready. Just moved over 100 pips from our entry. Stepsister got stuck in the dryer. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. Buddy out here needing an alibi. Nah, you see, I was on stream at that time, and I would even said it that I gotta go help her. We ain't saving you, bro. We know you did it. Damn, this fucker just wants to die right now. Look at this. Bleeding on my keyboard. In a dry market, instead of closing full, why don't you look to trail stops in a 1 minute? No, I'd rather, that's not how I do it. I'll hold runners, but they're like, it's got to be ideal situations for me. And a lot of my positions do run, but like ideal situations is I got to get proper closures, enough range, right? That wasn't a great closure on the 5, right? We came back We closed above. We respected this area. There's still a chance the market pulls up. There wasn't really a bottom wick. The 1 minute over there also closed no bottom wick. We opened with no orders grabbed. Just continued down. I see red. 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 Straight to your head. This is nice. Look at that 5 minute closure. This isn't bad. Where's the resistance here? See, in the previous candle, also previous 15 doesn't have a bottom wick. No top wick on this one. If they did, we'd probably be entering for a sell right here off the 1 minute. Off that top wick. Jeez. So you see, I understand what it should look like, but I also wanted to set up not on a 1 minute or 5, 15, 30 would be great. The 4 hour closes here in 8 minutes. So if this could pull up, this would be lovely. Because we know the next 4 hour cannot drive back up without coming down. So we can play a top wick entry on the 4 hour. As long as we get a top wick, because this can just continue down here. This is annoying. Yeah, I know you guys are getting FOMO watching this, right? We got 8 minutes here, and it could do a lot in 8 minutes. Could drop another 100 pips, could pull back up 100 pips. But once the 4 hour closes, you'll have a lot more data at your disposal to make a higher quality decision. Oh, I see we have a Sea Donkey award winner today. Jeremy wins the Sea Donkey of the day. Congratulations, brother. You get your own spot in the parking lot. For at least a day. Rebreak out of lows, and we continue pushing. And we continue pushing. Come on, 4 hour. Heavy pullback. Heavy ass pullback. BBL pull. Let's go. BBL pullback. Do it. People at the Zoom door. Hey, yo. Hey. We got less than 5 minutes to go here. Lock in. We're gonna have. We're gonna look for positions here off the next 4 hour. We're gonna look for some sells off the top wick on the next 4 hour. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See this, that big ass pullback, that BBL type pullback. Khaled, check the Googles. Check the Googles, my friend. Anyone in buys already? You're in buys already. 1576.20. You just took a buy off that tap. You people still trying to buy? Well, I don't know. We got buyers and sellers active here right now. Who's gonna win, chat? Who's right? Who's wrong? I don't know. It's spooky here. Yeah, I don't know. That 15 about to flip though. That's a good pullback, sir. Yes, that is a good pullback. Let's look at the resistances here. Got under 2 minutes here for the 4 hour to close. I'm looking at first initial areas we can reject that. 78.8 maybe for entry. 78.5. Yeah, around 78.5 area. I think I'm gonna look for entry. Depends how low this closes. And we have to open with a top wick here on that 4 hour. We've got to open with a top wick. If it comes down first, I'm going to wait for it to come back up and make the top wick, and then we'll probably play the rebreak of the lows. But that'll, it'll matter where we close here then also, because then you want that closure to be below 2576.39. Actually below that most recent 76.8. $30 seconds. Lock in here. Go to the bottom wick first here. Give me top wick. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up like we beefing. I need a top wick. I want a top wick on this 4 hour. It's filling our advantage point, right? This wick here, this wick fill on the previous candle, that's our advantage. Once it fills this, right, we're going to have to reevaluate. Yeah. So the advantage point here is done. I'm gonna wait. More waiting. Well, there's making the top wick for the 4 hour as we speak. All I know is sell, 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 discount price. Okay. So this would have been where we would sell if we didn't have a bottom wick. This is where we would have just sold as price is pulling up. But we have a bottom wick. We already played the advantage point. So I'm kind of obligated to wait. We're in no man's land. 6. Chat, I'm gonna take a sell right here off the 4 hour. If we do end up driving up, I just took a sell right here off this level to the left. I think if we do drive up, we're gonna have to make a bottom wick here at some point. It's a pretty strong level for rejection, and it's above the level where we initially came up to make a top wick. So you might see a pull up, right? Because I'm taking this as the market is driving up, but I'm expecting a bottom wick here to be made to retest the lows on another time frame. So hold on, let me mark up exactly where I took the sell. $25.80 flat. Right here, this level right across the board here. Created a top wick for the previous candle, and this is a level what we've rejected heavy before. No top wick on the 5. If we're able to tap 84, I will look for a pineapple as well. So you got to understand, as the price is driving up, if you're taking sells as it's driving against you, there should be an expectation of some drawdown. You know what? I'm going to take actually another sell right here. So just took another sell. I just realized there's an area to the left where it closed with no top wick. So if we're going to reject, start coming down, this is another lovely area to do so. I got a pineapple right here. Pulling down here. All right, I'm going to close all of my positions here at 24 pips. Congratulations, everybody. 24 pips just made. Fucking W. And it's logic. It's just there's no specific setup. There's no specific setup when we enter here. This is just logic, understanding areas that price needs to tap before, right? Before it drives anywhere. All we're doing is we're using logic. It's not really about the way the candle's printed here specifically, right? Because we have a bottom wick and it's driving against us. But logically, price doesn't move in a straight line, right? It's going to need to come back down to grab orders, or it's going to come back down to drive down. And it did exactly that. We played that to the T. Incredible. Incredible. Great job, everybody. So, sells 24 pips. That's win number 219. I don't understand because didn't the 4 already create a bottom wick? Yes, it did create a bottom wick, but it created a low, and it's at this point it's not about how the candle looks, it's about the price levels that you tap, right? And once we create, remember I said once we create that low, we'll create a support, gold is going to find resistance and start refilling the range. Will it fill the whole range? No, but you can look at the levels where resistance is highly likely to be made, and then you can start playing that area, saying that this is all right, we're going to start refilling the range from here, but it's got to make sense. It's got to be a higher time frame range with the price being heavily bearish, right? And the last 4-hour candle being heavily bearish. You'll typically, before you start driving the other way, the market doesn't just turn around in that one candle. You won't. It's 99% of the time you won't see this just come back the other way, right? You'll get this, and then you'll get this, and you'll get this, right? But you have to realize that you don't want to sell here to get this part. You want to pull up here so you're right off these areas where market drives from previously in order to put yourself in the best position to manage risk in case you're wrong. Because if you're wrong and your entry is here, highly likely the market will give you a chance to get out. If you're wrong and your entry is here, you know what I mean? But like this is just experience at play. Like this is knowledge guided strictly by experience. That's why I say, like, even if you're out of money, right? If you're out of the markets money wise, show up. You still got to show up and learn the lessons. Because if you don't put in the time, like if you're only putting in the time when you have money, that means all you're doing is spending money, right? If you're putting in the time without money in here, you're basically getting free education. Wouldn't you want to get the education for free instead of going out and paying for it? Yeah, knowledge guided by experience. Absolutely. Remember, chat, there's no diplomas here because the learning never stops. There's no diplomas at the Wix 9 University. Music, sir. Okay, you're right. Is it a good idea to hold? Well, I mean, if you guys held my first position, I walked out of with 8 pips. Some of you guys walked out of it with 40 pips, right? Doesn't matter exactly how many pips you cashed today. The point is, we win. You win today, right? You win today. And then when you show up next time, you say the same thing. I win today. It's one game at a time, one trade at a time. You win today. You're supposed to show up here and win. If you won yesterday and you won today and you won the day before that and you've been winning the whole week, it's irrelevant how many pips you caught on any specific day. What's relevant is that you can rinse and repeat and keep doing it. If you can keep doing it at the same time on the same pair, you basically just learned how to print money, right? I was in opposite positions than you. I closed 40 pip profit in first and stacked themselves on your pineapple. You're a savage. Ratchet. Bougie. Any tips how to actually follow the plan, not take BS positions? I know everyone says just do it, but surely there's an answer. Yeah, that is not as vague. No, it's just as vague, but it's a different answer. Experience. Experience. You need time on the charts. And not time in general, but time at the same time every day for a specific session or for a specific time frame, right? I find that 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern is the best time to trade from what I've noticed. It's the most high volume time to trade with the most amount of catalysts, with all the news being for the day released in that time frame, in that little time span, the 2 hours, right? The key is to really zone in on the 8 a.m. and the 9 a.m. candle. These are your keys. You're here every single day to figure out, whoops, you're here every single day, think about it, to figure out the relationship between these two candles. That's all you do. We show up 8 to 10, right? This is the 8 a.m. candle. This is the 9 a.m. candle that closes at 10. And all we need to do is figure out the relationship between these two candles. There's only a certain amount of ways that this candle can close, and there's a certain amount of ways that the next candle can open in relation to this candle closing. If you sit through all those possibilities multiple times, you're going to have a much easier time, you know, going forward, understanding the relationship just because that's all you need. You don't need to know what happens at 3, 4 p.m. or all of this shit, you know, 5 p.m. You don't need this. You don't need to know what happens at noon. You need to know the relationship between the 8 a.m. and the 9 a.m. candle. That's it. When you get all of this out of your system and you realize this is all you need to know. These two candles, every single day, these two candles, you're going to have a much simpler time, and it's going to be more motivating for you. Like, because when things are easier to repeat, you're more motivated to go out and do them because you're like, oh shit, I got this now. I can just keep doing it, right? You don't want to go to a job where you show up in the morning and you feel out of place because you don't know what to do, and you're like, fuck, everyone knows I'm lost and all this shit, right? But when you figure it out, you show up to that job motivated, like, yeah, I'm the boss. I know this shit. They're going to come to me for questions, right? So make the figuring out process much simpler for yourself. Figure out the two candles that you really need to know that can feed you for the rest of your life. These two candles will feed you for the rest of your life. That's all you need. Why are you shouting again? Oh, why is he shouting? What are you, my wife? Like, it's listen to what I said. It's not how I said it. What's wrong with you? My tone don't matter. What matters is what I'm saying. Anybody else go through that shit? Bro, stop yapping and give us signals. Bro, stop yapping and buy the signal. Buy the access. It's the passion speaking. Yeah, you guys can tell I love this shit, right? I'm very passionate about it. Why are you yelling at chat? Baby, you know this is my real voice. Notice what I do. Where's my belt? Chat better run, goddammit. Yo, Dennis, the Sea Donkey spot is already taken. Somebody won that. Somebody won that for the week. You're gonna have to find a regular parking spot. You ever pull up to the bank and then there's a parking spot that says Employee of the Month? I always park there. You know what I do? I park there and I sit in the car. I don't even need the bank. I'll pull up there, I'll wear a suit and tie, and I'll sit there and I'll smoke a big fucking Jamaican joint so they think I work at the bank, I got Employee of the Month, and I'm smoking weed at the spot. Just to throw people off. Yeah, my Tinder profile says I enjoy long romantic walks to the bank. So it's you're gonna have to match that energy. Wix, you do not have any course? You're here. You've made it to the course. You've made it. You just got to show up. This is the course, right? This is better than going to school and seeing your economics professor or your economics teacher talk about, you know, economics, or your finance teacher, right? This is the equivalent of seeing your law teacher in the courtroom, right? Imagine not just listening to your professor about what he thinks ideally in theory would work in real life, but actually seeing your professor apply his theories in real life. That's the education, right? They don't do that shit in school. Your law professor should be taking you to a courtroom, not to a fucking classroom, right? Otherwise, why are you listening to him? He's in a classroom, not in a courtroom. So this is the best education you can get, because you're getting live execution. You're getting live demonstration of the concepts at work, right? I'm not teaching you a concept. I'm showing you how the concept works. So this is a lot more valuable, or a lot more value than you'll get out of any teacher or any school that you go to. Not because like this makes more money or whatever, but in terms of the value for the time spent. Right? If you could, and the thing is, in school they just teach you the concepts and they expect you to show up for half a year. Over here, I'm showing you the concepts at work, at play. We're watching them play out, right? And then you're like, well, where's the course? I can learn this in a day. No, if you spend half a year for concepts in school, you got to spend years here to actually have the concepts work, you know, get them down packed and watch them at work. Think about it. Any job you've started, right? What taught you more about that job? Your first week on the job, or the 4 years you did in school, right? You probably learned a lot more in like your first few days on the job about how the job is supposed to be done than you do learning in any school about what happens at that job. Somehow these theory kids still get jobs. Yeah, look at Obama. He got to be a president and all he was is just a theorizer. Like, oh, in theory, this shit should work. Well, go back to your teacher's lounge and keep theorizing. Keep your theories to the school cafeteria, right? Keep that shit over there. In the real world, it's not what you think. It's the application of your theory. Look at that. 4 hour came back. So, right, remember we said once it finds resistance, it's going to fill the range. And not that this candle flipped in a wick fill, but in general, in overall, like just talking price strictly. If you don't see candles, you just see waves, right? Lines moving. Support formed, came up, resistance, coming back down, fill the range. This is gold. This is what gold does. This is why we trade gold, because gold is a very technical pair. It forms support, it finds resistance, it fills the range. It makes a high, it makes a low, it retests the highs and lows that it makes. It's a very technical pair. And it can feed you for a lifetime. Can't wait to graduate Wix Academy. I just told you guys there's no diplomas here because the learning never stops. There will be no graduation. Ain't gonna happen. Gold exhausted? Yeah, so am I. If someone just hops in right now, they're looking at our screen and they're like, what the fuck is this matrix shit? What is going on here? All these boxes, squares. Box on box on box. Hello from India. Hello, India. What are you doing? What you think about a sell stop 25.73? Oh shit, we got hearts on the screen. That's interesting. The heart strategy. Someone got tired of the boxes. Wait, who drew that? Why don't tell me who drew that? Fuckers. Fine. Remain anonymous. What is it? Is it a heart or is it like a one of those boots, the cast boot? Right? Because there's someone sitting here like this, right? In a little wheelchair here. I look like a washing machine. This is Stickman waiting for his lawsuit right here. Just wheeling his ass. Yeah. He just got a one big cast on his leg. This guy, he must have slipped on them buys. Look at that. This is what happens when you take buys on that news push. You end up like Stickman over here. Chat, honestly, this is the last person that asked about Don. This is what happened right here. Last person to ask about Don. Let's see. He's just very happy. Where your chin at, bro? Why you look like Andrew Tate, dog? You need a chin. Just joined. What the fuck is going on? Well, we had some people had some injuries here, some devastating injuries. There were buys right here, and then they took a fall, broke a leg, and now they're here. I'll look away for 1 second. Someone got crippled. Word. This is the buyers today. The buyers and the sea donkeys. It's the worst wheelchair you've ever seen. This shit got spinners. What you talk about? 5-spoke. 5-spoke. Wait, I can't show. They spinning. Oh man, please send a big hug for your brother for me. You don't know my brother. Alright, so this is the wheelchair strategy, right? If you end up like this, you have buy stops and sell stops. Actually, you just open a buy and a sell on the news. Just hedge right off. Bro made an amazing Professor X. How about the boot? How about the broken leg right here, gang? Oh, whoops. A broken leg, that's why. Good enough. Anyway, let's get rid of this. 9:30 here, NYC open. Previous 30 closed bullish. There's nothing to look for here at the moment. Or for me personally. Wheelchair equals sells. I don't get it. Drew a whole dude with a wheelchair and still don't know where the boot came from. I have no idea who drew that boot. Who drew the heart, chat? It didn't give me a name. It usually gives you a name. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Sure it was. Sure it was you. You're not even in the zooms. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you are right there. Oh my bad. Right there. Damn, so we just drew a wheelchair and 25 people got scared. So 25 of you took buys, right? We were talking about the 25 of you that took buys over here because we just lost 25 viewers. Can we call it a day, go spend our earnings on strippers? You can call it a day, yes, but if you're going to go spend your earnings, I would advise you to go spend it on a friend's business instead of a stripper, right? Go help a friend out. Go start your own business, right? Do something beneficial for your circle, right? And I'm not talking about your Circle K gas station. Go fill up your tank. I'm talking about do something special for your circle. Guy takes so many W's, he forgets to update the record. No, I think we're at 219, aren't we? If I go back here. Yeah, 217. We got 2 dubs today. 219. That's the correct record. Hire your own strip clubs. Buy a strip club. My friend runs a strip business. Well, then in that case, I don't think he needs your 10K or whatever it is. Just, is it a legitimate business though? Like, does he like a legitimate strip club? Like a classy one? Like, can I get dinner? Can I order some Philip Mignons? And a glass of champagne? Or is it one of those where like you get chlamydia as soon as you walk through the front door? Which one is it? Yo, that strip club dinner hits different. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's me. Like, I'm not hungry at the strip club. Like, I cannot eat a steak at a strip club. I know people that'll go to strip clubs for breakfast. But I can't, like, for some reason, like. You ever order fish and chips at a strip club? Just throwing pieces of fried chicken on stage. Fried fish. I used to do maintenance for a strip club, and they'd have millionaires show up, so they had top tiers. Yeah, bro. I used to. You've seen my Scores shirt. I used to do valet for Scores in the city, so Scores West Side, and we would have like hockey players, celebrity Howard Stern. Howard Stern would literally show up for breakfast at Scores, and like Scores had like top tier food, great food. They had great cooks. They had yeah. So Scores in the city was like that. They'd have celebrities. They always had like high quality food. What else? What else? What else? We're coming up here. The 30s flip bullish. Not bad. Looks. Oh shit! The camera angle. I think you guys are just upset at the fact that the banners are like really close to the camera now, because now it looks like it's blocking some of the camera view, but it's not. Like if I move the banner, that's where the camera view ends. So I just keep leaning back on my chair, and I didn't realize I leaned out of the frame, because this is my Undertaker chair. Like this shit moves straight back. I can literally lay down on this shit. Dun dun dun. All good and well, but have you ever eaten off a girl's ass? That's awesome. Yep. That's not the type of question I wanted. When I said any questions, I meant like, do you want to know why we took a cell or a pineapple at the, at the area we did, or do you want to know what we're waiting for now, or like what I'm looking for? Like I don't know those questions. Didn't the no top wick on the news candle matter to you? These guys, you ever eat off a girl's ass? The fuck? Damn. I can't even answer that.
What a stupid question that is.
I think he just got the parking spot across the street. I know it's late, but could you explain the trade you took, the sells when we printed top wick? Like, I don't see it. Could you explain it? Simple. Logic. Simple. Very simple. We're very bearish. We had a strong push down, and we've created a low. And remember I said price doesn't move in a straight line. It's not just going to reverse and go up in a straight line. Right? After a strong push like this, you'll typically find resistance. And once that resistance is found, you'll fill the range back down. And the best area to find that resistance is an area where we've driven down from before. So I look to the left, I see areas here, I see areas here, I see areas here. So right there, so we created a line to kind of average out, right, where we can reject. Somewhere in this area, right, somewhere in that area we should reject. I don't know why it's just strong ovals, but somewhere within this area we should reject. So price came up there. It's not that we should. That is the first initial highly likely area where price will head down. And then the next area is the previous support, which is where we took a pineapple, right? Because at a previous support, you'll see some kind of play before this support turns into a resistance. You'll see some kind of reaction. We'll see a pullback, or we'll see a pullback and a drive through, but we'll see some kind of reaction here, and that's what we banked on, right? It's just experience. Like I said, all of that I'm explaining is knowledge guided by experience, with the understanding that gold is very technical and it'll fill the range once it finds a resistance. Look what it's doing right now. Support, found resistance, fill in the range. That's why I say it's very technical. You just have to be patient for it to do those things, and you have to understand where you're putting yourself in the best possible situation, just in case you're wrong. You always want to leave yourself room to manage risk, right? I don't enter trades thinking, how much money can I make here? I enter trades understanding that, hey, there's a possibility of a loss here, and if that loss happens, where is the best area for me to be in order for me to mitigate that loss? That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about being a winner today, not taking on a loss. Not how much money can I make today. If I stack, if I do this, I can make triple, I can make quadruple. No, irrelevant. What lot size would you 0.01? If you're asking me about lot size, stick to 0.01. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Hosted infused sushi party at the Cannabis Club with naked models food display? Yeah, well, their parents must be really proud. What are you doing? You going to work? Yeah, I gotta go lay down on the table for 8 hours while sushi's passed around my fucking belly button. Oh, and I gotta do that shit nude. Yeah, I'm just gonna go stack some boxes, bro. I'm just gonna go take a buy and sell or something. Yeah. Job's a job. Hey, JOB funding. Get your money, girl. Hey, Wix, I like your concept. Take buy and sell at the same time. That's not my concept. I don't take buys and sells at the same time. Ever. Plus, I live in the US. I can't hedge. But what I do say is when you're in the middle of a range, whether you take a buy or a sell, both are highly likely to play out. Yesterday analysis slowed longer term trend continuation, but you took the short term counter trend wick fill. Why did you not wait for the flip since it had higher probability? No, I just understand where my advantages are. I took where my advantage was. I don't have a bias, right? I have a daily bias, and it doesn't mean I can't trade, you know, against the daily bias. Just understand ranges and understand your advantage points. And sometimes, I think yesterday, what you're describing set up for us before that flip. Yeah, why don't we wait for the flips and high probability? I don't know. Maybe did it have high probability? I don't remember the exact trade yesterday, but if we didn't wait, that means we saw our opportunity, one of our positions, and we executed, right? That's how we got our, that's how we stay, that's how our results stay close to what our sample size results are, because we take all of our positions. We don't, you know, we don't watch them fly by. We see opportunity, we realize it's opportunity, and we hop on. But you have to recognize that the opportunity is in front of you. Is hedging the same as having a wife and a side chick? Oh man. Did you know that hitting on a fat girl in the gym is basically like investing in Bitcoin in 2009? You're just getting ahead of the eventual outcome, right? You're just trying to be ahead of the game. What did he say? If you guys think the shit I say is fucked up, imagine the shit I almost say. Damn, your examples are on point. Yes, yes they are. I mean, we'll kick it here for another 10 minutes, I think. See how this hourly closes. You guys are the best, though. I love you guys. We don't need a Wix playbook, and we need a Wix almost says book. Yeah. That's like the Jerry Springer uncut version. Get access to what they didn't want to show you on TV. Typical Florida boy talk. Sure, what did I say? Play home sales in 10 minutes? No, but I'll watch them. One day I will manage to trade and dope at the same time. Wix, I need experience. Love the fact that we can all come here and shit talk and make money. Yes. Is the daily candle likely to close below 25.64? I don't know. If we knew that, you and I could go into business together. So you guys won't sell with me?
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
All right, what else? What else? What else? What else? I'm gonna hit the gym and invest in a fat shit? No, just go flirt with one. That's not the high quality question I was looking for. I don't know. Andrew Tate is irrelevant to me. Wicks knew that he would take extra long walks to the bank. Yeah, I would fucking skip to the bank. If I knew that, I would frolic to the bank. Probably throwing a cartwheel as I'm crossing the street or something. Wicks to my loo while I do what I... Yeah. Wicks to my loo. All right. How about Danvo? Is he relevant to you? No, but he's irrelevant to you. So why are you asking? Fat Chicks is a low-hanging fruit. Man, you just don't know opportunity when you see one. You don't recognize opportunity, right? I said a fat chick at the gym, right? That's a whole different ball game. That's a good investment. Will Donvo stream again? Yes. When we have 100K subs, Donvo will make an appearance. We're almost there, chat. We're only 70,000 subs away. Oh, you're at 26.2K? Broke the barrier? Nah, that's a damn lie. Tomorrow's stream is going to start and it's going to be 26.1. Until I see this shit at like 30, I think I'm shadow banned. Can you explain how you draw the support and resistance size? Like what areas I look for? I look for higher time frames, right? You really want the higher time frame range, because within these higher time frame ranges, you're going to get smaller time frame ranges, and they're minor, and your entries should be based on the smaller time frames, while your overall range and overall price should drive overall should be based on the higher time frame, because that'll give you a lot of opportunity to, first of all, for pineapples to manage risk, right? And you'll know that when you break the higher time frame levels, it'll start confirming that you're in the wrong direction, right? It'll give you enough range to take advantage of. High quality question. Do mermaids take, man?
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
High quality questions. See, this is why it's hard to find good friends, chat, right? Because we want some high quality people in our life, and they're rare, right? Because the high quality people, they're out there like chasing their passions, they're staying grounded, they don't need a crowd to feel validated. And then there's people in this chat. But that's why it's, you know, hard to find good friendships and high quality people, because those people are too busy building themselves. They're not out there looking for friendships or to get validation from other people. What do you think? So a person is using 10 lot per trade in gold and aiming for 1 to 2 pips. What? don't aim for 1 to 2 pips. Aim for levels, right? For logical levels. Have advantage points where it makes sense to manage risk. Look for levels where you can take risk off the table, right? Secure the bag, secure the bacon, as I like to say. And the key for me, right? For me at least, how I've approached trading was to have as little risk on the table as possible. That's why you see me That's why you see me go break even early. That's why you see me play with house money a lot, right? Because the key is not to have risk on the table. The more time you spend on the charts here, the more you are opening yourself up for risk. The more time you spend in a position, the more risk you are open to. So the key is to spend as little amount of time on the charts and in positions and risk as little as possible. Any more positions or call it a day? Well, I wanted to see this hourly closure. I wanted to see if it was going to push through and close down there, but it's pulled back in range here. For now, I mean, you have 90 seconds, but the 15 flip, right? Data in 2 minutes. Let's see what we have. Yeah, home sales in a minute. Just orange and yellow folder. Oh, you have natural gas storage in 30 minutes. So you have your fart box news coming up on the next 30-minute candle. Seconds. Let's see what it does. Chat, if you enjoyed today's session, drop a like. If you got some value out of today, great session. It's been a week of great sessions. A lot of value dropped this whole week. If you're new here, if you just recently showed up, just rewatch all of this week's streams. A lot of value from the drawdowns, from the losses to the W's to to the losses, to that one loss couple of days ago, to the immediate recovery on the next 2 trades, to sitting through drawdown, to the pineapples taken on a few trades this week. Like, a lot of value, a lot of knowledge, because everything that we did deserved an explanation, and it got one, right? And we've gone through a lot of different setups and a lot of different situations this week, right? So a lot of learning opportunities this week. You got news here. 1 hour closed above, so we're close, respecting this area still. Yep. So before you dip, drop a like, sub to the channel, share the stream, right? Let's grow this channel. Go follow the IG. The IG is dope as well. So, and join our Discord. I know the link is expired. I'll update them, but I had so much shit that I do throughout the day, I keep forgetting. Let me write that down, actually, so I don't forget. Hold on. Flirt with fat chicks at the gym. Wait, no, that's not what we're talking about. Oh, update the... Never mind. Gotta erase that, motherfucker. Update Discord link. Boom. Perfect. All right, so Lovely session. Wait, what's today? Ooh. Chat. It's only Thursday. It's only Thursday. We have another set. I thought I was gonna call it a week. No, we got one more session. Chat tomorrow, Friday. Yes, let's finish out the week strong. 8 a.m. Eastern. I googled BBL. That's a W. That's a W, Khaled. Awesome. Wix, why you didn't hit me back? Wait, IG it. I'm trying to link when I come down from Tampa. Bro, who is that? I don't know who that is. Who are you, Life of Florida Boy? Do I know you? What's your name on IG? I don't know. Maybe you're in my like requests or hidden messages. I gotta look through them. I don't know. Hit me up again. But I'm sure if I knew you in real life, I probably would have responded. Yep, let's call it a session. Another great day. Couple more dubs today. Friend you didn't even know you had. Nah, I'm good. I'm full. My friends list is full. I gotta take someone off the top 8 in order to add you. So yeah, go follow the IG, join our Discord, sub to the channel here, turn on your notifications so you know when we're on, and drop a like before you leave this stream as we got a few W's today. It's been that kind of great week. It's been a great month so far. Really, we don't have a single losing day this month in all of September. All right, chat. I'm gonna call it. Oh shit! I didn't even recognize. You guys see this shit? My shirt's inside out. You guys see this? Talk about getting dressed in the dark. This shit's inside out. Yeah, on the other side of this square box is a Don Vol wanted poster. No, I'm just kidding. Have you seen my friend? Chat. Love and wisdom to you all. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube, right? Make sure you show up. And if you don't have time to show up to the streams, join the Signal channel so you get all the same positions without spending your time here and actually getting to learn anything if you don't really care for learning. Other than that, I better see you guys here. If you really want to learn, it's free. Show up to the streams. There's no better education than seeing the concepts that you're learning applied live in real time in front of you and then broken down and explained. There's no bigger value than that in the industry. Okay, not that we provide the biggest value in the industry, but anyone that's doing that is providing actual measurable value. All right, physical, tangible value. Who gives out signals? Or you or Don? He has his own Signal channel. I have my own Signal channel. It's completely separate entities, right? Someone's like, did he just say titties? No, entities. Entities. Headphones, chat. Clear your headphones. Get that wax out. All right, mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow on stream once again. And Zoom gang, I'll see you guys in the clubhouse side of things. And there we go. The titties have come out. The titties. Can you ask Don if he'll come back? Yeah, we discussed this. When I have 100K subs, he will be back. All right. Yep, let's call it a session here. Chat, my time here is up. And just like that, you already know the deal. Let's get our outro song going. Just like that, another New York session is in the books. Have a good day, everyone.